Hey besties, welcome to another video. Now I know y'all saw that title and you was like, what? We got to get this tea 30, girl, what's going on? Now if you seen the title, just hold on, y'all, just hold on. We finna dig into that storyline. Because this is gonna be a crazy one, y'all. But anyway, I am so happy you clicked play. If you're new here, I'm your girl Barbie Yura. Make sure y'all do all the things: like, comment, share, subscribe, okay? And hype this video up if you see it displayed. Also visit my descriptions, y'all. I got a new book coming out, and if it's in my descriptions that is available, go and get it, okay? So anyway, my book is called Crown On, and all the people that follow me, okay, all my subscribers, y'all need to run and go get that book. It's called Crown On, okay? Now, right now, it's available where you can just read it online on Amazon, but I'm trying to get it in paperback, so it has a 72 review time or whatever they got to check to make sure everything right, but that don't really make sense to me. If you approved it online, it kind of give, you don't want to share the coins or something, because they know I'm gonna buy a few and I'm gonna sell them on my platform. But anyway, regardless of the book is called Crown On. I really am not gonna say too much about it. This probably gonna be my first time to like kind of say something about it, but I am excited about it. When you read the book, it starts off kind of tough, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, the book kind of starts off tough. It's talking about something traumatic that kind of happened to me, but it's basically a build up, you know, basically about having your crown on. You're building to that woman that you want to be. So I'm not going to talk too much on it because I'm going to do a whole video for the book, but y'all go check it out. Once it get approved, I'm going to get my copy. Once I get my copy, I'll do a whole video for y'all. But I am so excited about y'all. Go get that book. It's available now on Amazon. Check my description out and you'll see it. But y'all, whatever, y'all don't care about that. Y'all here for the story, so let's get into it. The name of this story time is called, I got to look at my notes because I thought I was going to call it many things. It's called I Almost Jumped by 30 Girls. This was crazy. I thought about calling, girl, she tried to jump me. I thought about calling all types of stuff. Oh, girl, let me tell you what happened. I didn't know what to call her, but baby, it was a time. Now, this story time is basically about having a friend and that friendship going to the left. So let's paint a picture for you. First of all, I was 13 years old. Yes, we're going all the way back, child. All the way back, okay? I was 13 years old. Do you hear me? A baby. I'm now 36, okay? So we got to go all the way back to memory lane. So I'm in high school. I'm vibing out. I just want to paint a picture. I know that y'all think I'm fabulous and y'all think I'm funny, and the ones that's been around just think I'm just such an amazing person. But y'all, was a lame. Okay, let's just say what it was, okay? I was a lame, baby. I was a bookworm. I was in my book like, did you read chapter 5? Like, I was a lame, baby. I was a bookworm. My biggest goal in life when I was that age was to make that A+, because I want to walk on the stage with the people that was making them A honor roll principal lists and stuff. I want to make my mama, okay? Now, that was my goal, okay? Until I discovered boys, then I was like, him over there. You see? What's his name? Oh, okay. I'ma still read my books though. What's his name though? Okay, that was me at 14, but I still had a man, okay? I had just discovered boys. I wasn't really into them, but I was dating this young man, and we gonna call him Julio, okay? Because anybody that know me, I love me a mixed breed, baby. Give me a mixed breed, baby. Give me a mixed breed. I love to mix the races. I think that we all have something beautiful to offer. So baby, back then I was dating this man, and I did a story time called My First Love. I think he in it. I don't know. Is this my first love or my first boyfriend or something? I did a story time on. I'm gonna have to go check, and I'm gonna run across there, and y'all do it, because he ended up breaking my heart, because he wanted to do but I wasn't ready to do I wasn't ready to give him that kitty, okay? So anyway, he left me and got with somebody and got her pregnant in the story. Anyway, baby, won't gonna do that. Anyway, not judging nobody that did do that, get pregnant in high school, baby, because I know, baby, if that baby didn't motivate you to do better, then what you having for, okay? Anyway, let's get into it. So, yeah, I was lame, baby. I was getting them good grades. That was the only thing important to me. Now, I was my younger sister. She was very popular. Like, she talked to everybody. She was the person that talked to me. She had the personality that I have now, outgoing, funny, all this stuff like that. That was her back in the day. Me, I was quiet and I started everybody out. I was a private detective. Like, who was it? I didn't like people. Like, I just didn't like people, because when you're the quiet person and you get to watch everything, you see a lot of fake stuff. You really see a lot of, oh, you said you like her, but y'all friends, but when you leave, she talk about that. Oh, I ain't want no parts of it. Okay, so I had two best friends. She was a Hispanic girl. We gonna call her. What we gonna call her? We gonna call her Maria. Okay. Let me write these names down, y'all, because I messed it up. I messed it up. So we got Julio. He was my man. And then we got Maria. That was my best friend, okay? Now, my other best friend was a white boy. Now, we got to think of his name. We're going to call him Aaron. Y'all. And I'm going to write this down. Look, I got my handy danny notes, and I'm writing them down because, y'all, I remember, like, the last story I told y'all, I feel like I missed. That was the best story I ever told. Whatever the last one was before you saw this one, I'm sorry, y'all. That's why we here right here, because I was all over the place. I was just looking at everybody walking by. I said, this story, I got to be at home with. Ain't nobody but me. The kids ain't in here. The car decided not to crank up this morning because I need a battery. I'm finna get one. But anyway, the car decided it didn't want to crank up this morning. So now she up and running. But, okay, we don't know for how long, because she done up and running, then she stopped running, then she up and running. Baby, I don't know. Girl, I don't know what she gonna do, but we gonna get that battery, okay? You know, I asked somebody, I'm a single mom, I asked somebody, hey, you gonna throw me a little bread till I get paid, and I throw it back to tight stuff. But anyway, we ain't talking about me. The Lord will provide. Either way, we gonna work that out. You know, we'll have a battery before the sunrise to go down. I guess so. We don't know. We just living life. Anyway, getting back to y'all. So, my best friend name was Aaron, okay? He was a white boy. And y'all think, oh, you were friends with a white boy and that Hispanic girl? But Aaron was black, okay? He was just light-skinned. He was the blackest boy I ever met in my life, but he was a white boy. He grew up around us, and he had a swag to him. He was funny. All the black girls wanted him, okay? Aaron was a different breed, okay? And we became best friends, okay? We became best friends because it was just something about, like, since I was a lame and the girl that sat by herself and read the books, oh, he came over there and asked me, why you over here sitting by yourself one day? He just walked up to the table. Why you sitting over here by yourself? I said, because I'm reading a book and they wilding. He was like, let's be friends. And that's how we became friends. And we still friends to this day. I don't have conversation with him because when we went to college, everybody went their separate ways, and some people are still friends and some people I don't hang out with no more. But if he hit me up, we definitely can do lunch, brunch, or whatever, because he was just so cool, y'all. But he just had a swag to him. And so he ended up having a friend, Julio. And then I asked my friend, okay, Aaron, can you hook me up with Julio? So that's how I ended up with Julio, okay? Because I was shy. I was not outgoing back in the day. I was shy. I just be, he fine. Yeah, my little book, looking at everybody, acting like I'm looking at you. I'm paying attention. I'm taking notes over there with my book, okay? But honey, I told him, hook me up. So he did it, and so that's how we began our little love affair, okay? Now, like I said, I wasn't really friendly. I had my two friends, and I always had my friend and my man, okay? That was always a combination with me. And then I had two sisters that were going to my son. My older sister was in another grade, and me and my little sister were in the same grade. So that's a whole nother story. But anyway, we were in the same grade together, whatever. And so I really friendship was not really important to me. If you were around me, I always had the ability to make you laugh because I've always been funny. But I was so shy. I would just think things. But my friends knew, hey, she's funny. Like, everybody else thought I was just quiet. I didn't say too much. But my full personality did not come out until I was in the 10th grade. Because I was so shy. I was so scary. I was so shy. I didn't say too much. Sometimes I would let people talk crazy to me. But baby, try that now. Try that now. Okay. Anyway, so when I was younger, I was scared. Like, I was a real scary girl. Like, I was just like, because I was raised in a house that you respect people. You won't rude to people. If somebody got an attitude with you, you supposed to turn the other cheek. That's what the Bible said. But baby, Felicia, it get real out here. If I keep turning my other cheek, they gonna beat me up out here. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I was taught. But sometimes you got to adjust yourself. Yeah, do what the Bible says. But you got to adjust yourself for the right atmosphere. Somebody gonna understand it. But I didn't understand that. I just literally did that. Like, if somebody said something crazy to me, I wouldn't say nothing. I just feel like, okay, well, you're having a bad day. I'm going to pray that your day get better. And people be talking crazy to me. Baby, if I could took me now and put her there and let's switch for a second so you can get these girl right. So you can get these people right, okay? Yeah, high school, when it first started off, it got better. But when it first started off, it would kind of been lit. I've been fighting a lot, but it would kind of been lit. But either way, I was a shy girl. I just want to prank y'all the story. I was not lit. I didn't have no personality. I had one, but I wasn't letting people see it. Only my man and my friend got to see it. So that's how it was for a long time. And then we got a new girl. So I met this new girl, and I'm going to go ahead and break the story. She was very pretty. She really gave Cola Ray, whatever her name is. She really gave that. The one that got a baby by Red, somebody... The people in the comments gonna know. But anyway, I think her name is Coley Reed. Whatever her name is. I'm gonna try to find a picture and put up. But pretty, cute girl, okay? But the only thing on her was her eyes was crossed, okay? So we gonna call her Shako, okay? We're gonna call her Shako. All right? So when I met Shako, I had never seen a person with crossed eyes before. Ever in my life. I've never seen it. But my mama used to always tell us that when people have things that are different, they're unique. They're one of God's favorite people. They're unique. So sometimes you'll go somewhere and you know how you see somebody that has a burnt face or maybe one hand, maybe one leg. And my mama used to always tell me they're God favorites. There's God, these are God favorites. And that's why they look so different. And, make sure that when you see them, don't gawk and stare at them, and if they look at you, smile, because they have to deal with a lot already on a regular day just to walk outside. So I really thought when I met her, she was unique. She was one of God's favorites, and she was cool. Like me, my household, my mama was very bougie, put up, like very bougie, okay? Just very bougie, okay? So I really had never been around any females that were sort of loud and outspoken. We ain't gonna put the G word on, but we just gonna say loud and outspoken, okay? I had never seen nobody with big personality. I seen somebody kind of have a little personality, kind of a little funny, but a lot of the people that I met, they were fake because they acted one way in front of people, then they acted one because when you're the quiet person, you get to see everything. And I felt like I didn't want to be that person. If I didn't like you, I just tell you straight up, I don't fool with you. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, if I don't like you, okay, and we know that we don't like each other, I'm not going to sit here when I see you in public, hey girl, and walk on. Like I'm not even going to acknowledge you. Who was there? Like, that's how I am. I'm not fake. And people think that's mean, that's rude. But I don't think that's rude because I feel like if we know that we got a mutual understanding, we don't get along, why we finna act like we like? Now, if you speak, I'ma speak. Because I ain't got no hard feeling for nobody. I don't want to put my paws, So if you speak, I'll say, hey, how you doing? But if I don't mess with you and did something bad to me, I'ma forgive you over here, but you stay over there, okay? Because the flesh is weak and something might come out. And then if you want to do something about it, I'm not that little girl. We can do something about it. Train to go. Anyway, and I just feel like, to me, fighting is a girl sport. And I must keep saying it every time I talk about a fight, because I didn't do too much fighting, but fighting is a girl sport. It's not for pretty girls, okay? Think about when you fight. Most of the time when you fight, you breaking nails, you got bruises on you. Even if you just do a little scuffle and they ain't touch you for real, they possibly scratch you, pull your wig or, I'm too cute. But if try, and if I say something ain't got no business to it, back it up our minds. Let's get it. Let's do what we got to do. And I just feel like, that as an adult, you should be able to converse. You should be able to say, look, I messed up when I said this, that, and that. My bad about that. I feel like as a real adult, little girls, I feel like that's all they know. This all I know. This nothing else. Nothing else. Let's go. I don't want to think. I don't want to admit that I was wrong when I did X, Y, and Z. I feel like little girls can't put words together to say, you know what? I didn't realize that the way I was presenting myself hurt you, okay? But when you're smaller, you handle things a little different. But anyway, let's get into it, y'all. I'm about to brush my hair because that part right there was getting on my... Okay, that part right there was getting on my nerves. But let's get back into it. So, either way, I just feel like I just wanted to say this to say that what I just said is that I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence. Every time I've ever been in an altercation, it was because there was no other option. This was it. There was nothing else. Either I got swung on or I don't condone violence, okay? I just want to say that. So, anyway, like I said, the new girl came and everybody liked her. She had this banging personality and she had the cross eyes. She was from somewhere else, so she had a little twang to her thing. It was giving real city-like, and we were, in a country area. So we sounded one way, she sounded another way, and I was intrigued, okay? Y'all, Alexa came on. She want to be a star so bad. But anyway, I was intrigued with her voice, y'all. Like, I was intrigued with her voice. I liked it because it was different, So when I met her, she walked right up to me and she said, hey, my name is Nicole. What's your name? And I told her, I said, my name is Barbie. And of course, I said my government. But I was like, my name is Barbie. And she's like, oh, okay. She was like, okay, it's nice to meet you. She asked me how old she was. And then I discovered that she had a baby. Like, I had never met nobody my age with a baby. So I was like, I was just like, that's crazy. And as soon as I went home, I ran and told my mom. I was like, Mama, I met this girl. She got cross eyes. She's really pretty. She's light skinned. She keep her hair done so nice and she dressed so nice. She got this weird way where she talk, but it sound cool. Like, I really like her. And she was like, okay. Well, my mom was like, okay. But my mama would always look at us like, be careful who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? Don't, she taking all this stuff in, but we teenagers, but she like, so she got a baby because she don't want us to participate and stuff like that. So, do she go to church now? Like, just asking questions like that. And I'm like, I don't know, but we can invite her and stuff like that. And we did. She said, well, make sure you invite her to church. And so that's what we did. And so she lived down the road from me. So, she lived like, let's say it'll take you 20 minutes to walk to her house. Okay. Probably not in that. Probably about a good 15 minutes to walk to her house. That's how far she lived from me or whatever. And so I told her, my mama said to invite you to church. We go to church every Wednesday and we go to church every Sunday. You want to come? And she was like, yes, girl. Yeah, I'll come to church and praise the Lord. And like, she was really like high energy. Like, yeah, I'll come and praise the Lord with you, whatever. Can I bring my baby? Can I bring my baby? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can. And so that's how we started seeing each other outside of school. So that Sunday, I told her what time. My mama said to be ready. She came pick them up. My mama said, nice to meet you. We went such and such. My mama said, oh, the baby cute, because she had a little girl. So cute, so cute, so cute. And if you want to know, nothing was wrong with the baby eyes. Okay, because I know somebody think, well, the baby eyes cross too. No, okay, because it's going to be one person that comments something stupid. So either way, let's keep going. So she came to church. We had a good time. Let's fast forward. We're going to fast forward 2 months. We kicking it off. If she ain't walking to our house, we walking to her house, and we're walking back and forth to see each other. Weekdays, weekends, we spend a whole bunch of time together. She is really a cool girl, and I like her. But at the same time, it's like, what I'm saying? She was like, I noticed that, you kind of stay to yourself at school or whatever, and you're not friends with a lot of people. A lot of people like you. They say you funny, but you don't really hang with a lot of people. I said, and I let her know, a lot of people are fake. You know what I'm saying? But I keep to myself so I can stay out of the drama. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I kept it. Real simple. But that's going to come up later, okay? So y'all hold on to that, because that's going to come up later. And I was like, it's a lot of people that are cool there, but I was like, my sister the friendly one. I ain't really friendly like that, So I talk to you because you cool. And I was one of the people that if I befriend somebody, you my friend. Okay, we gonna ride to the end, the wheels fall off, baby. You my friend, my friend, my friend. Okay. Okay, team besties over here. And I ain't playing. Okay. We riding together, riding till the wheels fall off. Like if I told somebody, introduce you, hey, this is my friend, Sandra. Baby, I about to take a bullet for you now. I might try to get you and let's run from the bullet, but I about to take a bullet for you. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say bye because I might run because you never know. You never know what you're gonna do. They say you never know until you never know. But either way, that's when I give you that title, it's more like me calling you a sister. Okay, so besties, y'all feel that? Did y'all feel that? Y'all my sisters. Y'all locked in. Okay. Either way, so. I'm really like, I'm down for my friend or whatever. So, I won't vibe with everybody. I didn't have no problem. And I had other friends that if they tell you the story, we were the best of friends, okay? I had 2 girls that would call, yeah, this is my best friend. I'm her. Like, but at the same time, like, I was friendly. Like when people interact with me, I was friendly, but I didn't consider everybody my friend, if that makes sense. Okay. Like I talked to other people. I didn't want y'all to think I'm just a crazy girl sitting in the corner reading a book, but I really kind of stayed to myself. I tried my best, but people get to talking to you. Once somebody hear that you're funny, people want to surround themselves because I will only make jokes with my friends, but other people say, oh, Dad, I didn't even know you talk like that. Oh, Dad, I didn't even know you were funny for real. Oh, you're really funny. And then now they want to be your friend. Like that's high school. That's high school. Okay. So either way, trying to stay to myself. But anyway, we're going back and forward to each other's house. It's a vibe. Like she's cool. Her mother that she's staying with, she's cool or whatever. Sometimes her baby dad'd be over there. Sometimes he wouldn't. Like, it was always cool. It was always cool energy until it won't. Okay? So we had P together, right? We gonna get jumped already into it. We had P together. And she was one of them people that did stuff that she thought was funny. And she would laugh about it. She didn't care if it hurt you or not. Okay? So we throwing balls out. We having free play and on P. And this was a time where you could do whatever with all the stuff they had available. Like they had hula hoops, they had jump ropes, they had balls, and they had 2 hoops where you could just throw the ball in. It was free play, so we could just freely play. So I'm sitting on the floor and we in the gym. And I'm tying up my shoes or whatever because I'm about to take the ball and go, because I participated because you had to participate to get your grade. And I told you I was a A+ student. I was trying to be, every now and then I made that B because that math used to kick my tail, y'all. But I was trying. The grades was important. So if this is what we got to do, this is what we got to do. So I'm lacing up my shoes. I'm lacing up my shoes, getting the right time. Nope, I'm sitting on the floor. Y'all, why she take the hardest basketball that was in there? I'm talking about I'm dribbling, just dribbling, boom, boom, boom. And I'm thinking she gonna go up for a layup. Y'all, why my head with the basketball on? She took that ball and said, boom. And my head said, like that. I'm talking about, I don't even think I hit myself hard. You see how that eyelash went cricket? Like, she knocked me slow. You hear me? That ball hit me so hard. I was like, what in the world? Like, it engaged you with my friend and you care about me. It gave you with my instantly. Like, it engaged you care nothing about me or my well-being. Because that ball hit me hard enough to knock me to, what's your name? What year we in? What's your mama? Who are you? Why are we in here? Like, that's how she hit me. She hit me hard enough to be do. She hit me hard, y'all. I'm talking about hard. Like, she hit me and the earth went black. And then I came back. Like, it just was too much. And she was sitting there instead of saying, oh my God, I hit you. Okay. No, it wasn't none of that. She, y'all see her head? I'm talking about it was going on and on and on and on. And I don't know about y'all, but when something hurts y'all, I cry. That's normal. That's you cry, you a thug. Okay, I wasn't a thug back then, okay? I ain't know how to melt my tears to go away, baby. I started crying because it hurt me so bad. And my tears were dropping. And I'm one of the ones that when I get mad, a tear gonna drop or two. But when that last one drop, baby, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and do what we got to do. So I was instantly upset. And so I got up and I said, is your eyes so messed up? Is they so messed up you can't see where to throw that ball? And Everybody exploded with laughter. So let's say if there's 32 students in there and teachers and stuff that's in there, everybody started laughing. And I can imagine that she kept remembering this. The same way she was, 32 people just laughing and laughing and laughing. Oh my God! I honestly felt bad for her because I watched all these people laugh at her. Because that was one thing she was insecure about, and I have pointed it out. And what she had mastered when she came to this school was that people didn't say nothing about her eyes. People just became her friend because they liked her personality. Nobody pointed out her flaws, and I was the first person to do that. But she had pissed me off, and it was wrong. It was very wrong. But can I tell you what to do or say when you hurt? Like, you don't know what's going to go bump your toe right now. Hurt it real. Let's see what come out. I don't think it will say glory to God will come out. No, you say what hurts, when, especially when you're a young child. Now, if she did that when I was younger, we would probably either just talk it out or fight it out. But one of the two, it would have happened instant. Like, girl, don't do that no more. Like, that hurt for real. And you sitting there laughing. Like, it was automatic. I would have checked her automatically because that was just wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you hurt your friend, you supposed to be apologetic. Well, my bad, yo. I ain't know it was going to hit you that hard. And we both could have laughed together. But no, it was, and then everybody was like, oh, y'all heard what she said. Oh. And back in the day, it wasn't just all girls in PE. I don't know. It's boys, people she think are cute, laughing at her. Everybody laughing at her. So this went on, seemed like forever, everybody laughing. I was like, y'all chill out, y'all chill out, y'all chill out, whatever. And I'm mad, and I done got up because I figured if I done cracked on you, everybody laughing, you want to fight. You want to fight. That's what I figured. And I say, so what you gonna do about it? Because that's wrong. You gonna say sorry, you gonna do that? Because I'm thinking like, is there an apology that's gonna come to that? Or we might just gonna have to fight. So because her eyes were crossed, I couldn't tell what her emotion was. I just know she was standing like, but her eyes was crossed, so I couldn't tell her. And I'm not picking on her, so please don't nobody get offended. I'm not picking on her. I really, to be honest, I don't have no hate in my heart for her today. Okay? But I couldn't tell her emotions, like what she had going on. So she's just sitting there looking like, I said, so what you want to do? And so after that or whatever happened, I was like, look, I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not gonna, and I just walked off. I'm not going to fight with you. The teachers come over there and see what's going on. And then we have to go, like, after the class. So class probably lasts about 15 minutes. And then we had to go and change our clothes. So when we go out change our clothes, the teacher didn't come in there, y'all. The teachers, like, stood at the door. And my baby called me to see, everything cool? Did you get that battery? What's going on? Like, he just so worried, baby. Don't worry about me. Mama gonna grind out, find out. And she gonna find how she gonna get one. Cause look, the man that offered me the battery or whatever, he already said, gave me his employee discount. Baby, he said, come in there and ask for him. Period. I will. What time you work? Cause I'm gonna be in there early morning or this afternoon with the money. You gonna work all day? He was like, yeah, I don't get off till 5. Okay, well be here, okay? Cause I'm coming here in there for you so you can get that battery. He's like, you gonna come see me? Yeah, you. Okay, anyway. If you were paying attention, I was telling y'all earlier about my car. Anyway, let's get back into the store. So yeah, we in there. So I figured this. Wow, because we used to get changed. There was showers where you can get changed in, and then there showers start. You can have probably like 6 showers where you could go change your clothes, or you could take a shower after you've been playing. I really didn't take a shower. I would just use the water to freshen up because I didn't feel comfortable being naked. You know, I was a teen girl, and you know, I ain't want everybody to see me. I wasn't comfortable to, you know, just show my body out. Some people walk around naked. I was not that girl. Okay, I'm like this. Don't look at me. And I'm in the shower by myself. Ain't nobody in there. But I was real shy, like, okay? And so I figured that I better change my clothes quick because she might try to get me while we in here, y'all. And so everybody went in there. You could either go in the shower stalls or you go in the bathroom to get dressed or whatever. So everybody going to get dressed, but everybody is teaching in the air because I done did this. They trying to see what she gonna do. Now that I said, you know, what I said or whatever. And I was like, girl, whatever. And, you know, when I left, I was like, girl, I'm not gonna fight you over there. But that was wrong. You hit me in my head and it hurt. I'm sorry. And I walked off and I'm thinking like that was going to be the end of it. Baby, no, it was not the end of it. She started World War III. Okay. So either way, after that or whatever, she didn't say nothing. She never approached me in the bathroom. none of that, okay? I get my clothes on, I go to my next class. Again, I ain't said nothing to her. She ain't said nothing to me. She look at me like she gonna murder me. Oh yeah. When I came out of the bathroom, it was, I could read them emotions, baby. She was mad, okay? So I was like, woo, okay. She mad. We've been friends. I know stuff that people don't know about her. We've been friends for a minute. I'm thinking like 2 months in high school, y'all, that's 10 years, okay? Little babies, that's 10 years. You know somebody in 3 weeks, you know them forever. Like, we've been friends for almost 3 months now. So I know a lot of stuff. She would told me and confide in me. We were like really friends. So I'm thinking that she gonna be mad for a couple of days and then we're gonna hash this out, okay? And you know, she gonna say sorry, I'm gonna say sorry. She'll come to my house after school and it was gonna be in. Oh baby, no. It was not the end, okay? So then after that, I went to my next class, cause the bell rung. We had to go to our class and nothing was said. So the next day I came on the bus, everybody looking at me funny. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in their bag. You can tell everybody in their bag. They feel some type of way, okay? I'm like, well, what happened? Like, what happened? Because usually I get on the bus, I get in my seat, I don't really talk to nobody, I have my book. Like, I don't vibe out with nobody, but I noticed there's a little tension on the bus. And so I go to try to sit down beside this girl. Like, I just kind of sit in the same seat every day. She was like, this seat is taken. This seat is taken. I'm like, ain't nothing but you. I go try to sit somewhere else. This seat is taken. The bus driver said, come up here to the front and sit in that chair and you better slide over. And so I sat down. And so that happened for a while, okay? So I didn't know what was going on. So what ended up happening was, like, this started going on. So, you know, when stuff started happening like this, I was the type that I had a close relationship with mom. I came home and told my mom how people was treating me, and I ended up had to tell her what happened, you know, in the gym. And she said, well, that's terrible. That's really terrible. She was like, it's terrible on the part that she hit you in the head, and it's terrible on the part what you said, but both of y'all was wrong, so y'all need to apologize. So she was like, basically, did she want us to put something together, like her put us together and we talk? And I was like, no, mom, I don't want to do that, because, you know, teenagers, we think we can handle everything. We just think we can handle everything, but sometimes you do need an intervention, you know. But I was like, no, mom, I don't want to do that. I just think we gonna hatch it out because we're really friends. And so my mom was like, okay. She said, well, if it get worse, you have some more issues, just let me know. So I go back to school. So now different people popping their shit, okay? And they ain't know what else to say. Like, people that don't normally come say nothing to me. Like I said, I'm the quiet girl. They walking up to me and stuff like that. Say, you talking about me? Talking about you? What are you talking about? I heard you was talking about, I mean, talking cash money shit, y'all. I heard you was talking about me. You talking about me? Talking about you, girl. Did you forget who I was? The one with her book that read. I ain't talking about you. I talk to my man and my best friend, okay? My 2 friends and my man. That's it. I'm gonna be having conversations. And I said, I talked to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, well, Chicago ain't fucking with you no more. And she telling everybody what you really be talking about. Now, remember when I said I don't really fool with a lot of people because people be fake, okay? Remember when I said that? Oh, she went back and told everybody, oh, y'all want to be her little friend. Y'all want to be her friend, because what happened was people were saying that she was coming back trying to start stuff up. And everybody be like, no, she cool, though. She don't really bother nobody. She be reading her book. She cool. She don't need to say too much. I mean, she be cool. But she was like, no, y'all don't know her like y'all know her, because when she be here, she be talking about. But the proof of the matter of the fact was that when I would go to her house, she would sit there and talk about everybody. And I was the person that, and y'all, for future reference, if you ever got a friend or an associate or whatever you want to call them, somebody you been time with, and they always get around you and start to talk about other people, change the subject or stop talking to them, period. Because guess what's going to happen? When people get to asking about, they gonna get amnesia and forget they were the lips that were talking. It's going to be you that said all that stuff, okay? So I'm telling you this, if you don't know this, that's what happens, okay? If you don't know that's what happens. So if you got a friend or associate, sister, whatever, and she like to flood her mouth about people, like, yes, she thinks she all that because she got that, or she thinks she that, and girl, I heard it, and they just always with it, always talking negative about somebody, ain't never uplifting somebody and stuff like that, you might want to cut ties and go to work. But she was there, and I was just quiet like I would normal would, just listen to her talk. Talking about this person, talking about that person, talking about this person, talking about this. Yeah, I went to her house, she ain't got nothing. I went to her house, she got roaches. I went to her house, she did this, and I went to do, and she was just talking about people. Oh yeah, and I don't like hanging around her breath stank. And and I just be like, wow, okay, well you talk to a lot of people, don't you? She was like, yeah, I'm not like you on social. I like to talk to everybody. I like to see what's going on and stuff like that. But she would just go on and on and talk about people. But see, I was her real friend. So I didn't tell these people that, oh, no, it won't me, it was her. I ain't do that. I said, look, I'm going to just tell you like this. It won't me that was talking about you. That's all I said. It won't me talking about you. And I walk off because my thing is, baby, whatever this is, this storm that she trying to create, she trying to get y'all off her. Because, baby, I ain't saying nothing. If I've been at this school forever and I ain't never been in no drama, why all of a sudden you think after I say something to somebody, I said all this stuff about somebody? Baby, that won't dead. It won't dead. I promise you it won't dead. I did not find no entertainment in talking about people because I wasn't raised that way. I was raised that we were supposed to build and uplift women. Women are supposed to build each other up, not tear each other down. Like, I was not raised like that. So for her to go around and tell everybody that this is what I was doing, it really hurt my feelings even more. So I'm like, this girl really want my friend, because first you hit me in the head laughing at me, and now you telling all these people, and I'm talking about, y'all, this went on for months, y'all. I'm talking about for months, okay? So what else started happening? So that didn't work. People wouldn't fight me. They would just come up and talk, because a lot of people didn't want to fight. They just wanted to cause a scene, so make it seem like they tough and talk. But when you young, you don't know that. You thinking like, dang, everybody wants to fight me. Oh God, everybody wants to fight me. What I'm gonna do? But what I should have did is said, I didn't say nothing about you. And then you say something else crazy too, but I should have just made somebody an example. I should have put my paws on somebody. That's what I should have did. So you can know that, baby, I ain't said nothing about you. But if you don't get your tail out my face, baby, then they gonna all talk about you. Cause baby, one thing about it, Marvin Brown, okay? That's my daddy. He taught me how to fight. Ain't no woman taught me how to no fight, okay? And I didn't like fighting. But one thing about it, he taught me how to duck, weave, go out, drink it out, how to, if you got on the floor, how to get up. People didn't know how to do that. I had skills, baby. But I just felt like this won't fight at all. Like, I just felt like you coming and saying that I said something that I didn't say. Now y'all see how childish that sound. You come to say something that I said that I didn't say, and I tell you I didn't say it, like, baby, go about your way, because I ain't about to fight today. It's just not that. I feel like fighting should be your last option. That's what my mama taught me. Fighting should be your last option, okay? It should just be your last option. Because what are we fighting for? You mad because she said that I said something, but I didn't say that. And that's facts. So go do another investigation, and you might find out I ain't the one that said it, because I'm the girl that ain't my book. Get good grades. Stay in my man face. If anything, I'm talking to my man. Okay? I ain't talking about y'all. I ain't got time. I'm kissing him down. Either way, that went on. And then it got to the point where I be at my locker trying to get my little stuff out. Because y'all, I was the girl that would get the combination, can't never open it. Stressed out trying to. Lord Jesus, I think it was one. What was it? Let me look at it. What I wrote down. Okay, I did wrote that down. Let me turn this way. And could never holler get it right, y'all. I could never holler get it right. I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing it right. I was doing it right. Okay? But anyway, I get lucky, then it'll pop, and I'll be so happy. I'm like, yes, I got it. So, honey, what ended up happening was this kept going on to the point that I was coming home sad, y'all. Because I was, so many people was coming at me. You're talking about 15, 20 girls coming to me talking about I said something. And I know I ain't said nothing. And it's just a hassle. It's a hassle. They're trying to bully me. And I'm going to say they're trying to bully me because every time that they tried to bully me, there was somebody always in provision to help me. You know what I'm saying? On the bus, they try to bully me. The bus driver say, you better move over, okay? In the hallway, they might try to see me. The Lord was seeing somebody else. Like, listen, the Lord will fight your battle. I don't care if you young, old, middle-aged, babies, whatever. My mom used to pray me down, okay? She used to pray me, protect my girls, protect my girls, protect. I don't know what she was saying at all. But baby, I'm imagining that's how it went. Because baby, it was always an angel. It was always somebody like, move, gone to class, don't do that, boom, boom. I won't never call alone, okay? Because until I was. But either way, we can get into it. So, yeah, The young lady was just spreading them lies. She was in the street just spreading lies, just telling people I was saying all this stuff. And then I guess it got to the point where, if she's saying all this, when you gonna fight her? Like, when are you gonna fight her? Because if she's saying all this stuff about why you ain't put hands, why you telling everybody else? I don't know who that is, but let's get back into it. So she's going around stirring up the crowd. Now, the crowd started off as 2 or 3 people. Now the crowd done moved up to 5 or 6 people. Now that crowd done moved up to 15, and now we're up to 30. So she got different females every day coming at. They doing stuff like when I'm walking in the hallway, putting their leg out so they can trip me. Baby, I see the leg last minute, swerve to the left, keep going. Acting like nothing won't bother me, but it was killing me inside because I wanted to go back in my corner where I was just reading my book and looking at y'all hoes being what y'all are, fake and phony. I want to go back being her. Like, because I didn't like this. I didn't like being a popular girl, okay? Because that's what I was on everybody's radar. What today's adventures, what's going to happen between Barbie and versus the girls? Because it was always something. And y'all, they tried to make my life a living hell, okay? But God, he always intervened. And so I had got to that point that it was so much going on. I was coming home. I was quiet because I was this person that I am to y'all, to my family. I was always bubbly, happy, full of life, joking, everything. My family know that version of me. I'm coming home, getting in the bed, putting the cover over the head. Just let me die here, because in the teenage world, this is gonna last forever. Oh my goodness. Like, I was just depressed because how did I get here? Okay? And why did this girl hate me so bad that she just want to make everybody in the school who comes here and make everybody in the school hate you? Who are you? The Antichrist. Like, who are you? Like, everybody don't like me. Look, the lames don't like me. I can't even get a hate from them. Like, girl, what you got going on? Did you tell them I said so? Whatever she said, you lied. I ain't said that about you for real. I don't even told it. Everybody, y'all. Everybody. It felt like everybody but the teachers didn't like me. Okay, everybody. So what ended up happening was my mama just finally just pulled me in the living room, told us to sit down. It was me and my sisters, and we had a conversation. She said that I do not condone fighting. I don't condone fighting at all. But after all this stuff that keep happening, because things would happen, the school was calling, things would happen, they got reported. So when they pulled me off, and I tell them what was going on. My mama always told me to tell the teacher first. That's your first action. But I'm like, Mom, I'm telling, ain't nothing happened. They just planning to do it different the next day. But we won't do it this way. So we gonna do this. But they won't hitting me or nothing like that, because I would have fought. Okay, period. They won't do that. They just was making up lies. And I think during this age, 13 and 12, that's what they do. They just make up lies and just, I did this, I said this, and I said, I'm like, look, what I should have did was got in the middle of the school and say, house, I ain't said shit about y'all. Okay, this motherfucker said all this shit. Okay, that's what I should have did, but I didn't do that. Felicia raised me. I had decorum about myself, and I just said, let's just go hang on and see what the end gonna be, because something gonna happen, because it can't keep building like this. Stuff people keep doing it. If people keep poking at you every day, whether you are a fighter or not a fighter, and whether you have poise about yourself or not, eventually you're gonna get to your breaking point, and you're gonna say, what's up? Like, eventually you're gonna just get to that point, okay? And so different people were, like I said, were coming at me and, you know, popping their shit. Like the people would say popping their shit. Yeah, I heard you was such and such, but they weren't doing that. They were just trying to look cool in front of people, okay? So after that happened or whatever, and that went on for, that seemed like that went on for like a whole 4 months, y'all. Maybe a little longer than that, because it went on like, so she got there and school was already 3 months. This situation went on for about a good 5 months. That's forever in a teenager world, okay? And so I was trying to handle it myself. So my mama said, look, I'm against fighting, but look, you got to do what you got to do. If that girl approach you and she puts her hands on you, you need to be ready. And so then when I get home, my parents and stuff had me training. My daddy said, I'm going to teach you how to fight. And that's how it started. My daddy was like, what you going to do? And y'all, I'm talking about my daddy was a nice sized man, okay? I came in the house one day, again, gloomy, sad, come in the house. My daddy said, what you gonna do to somebody? I'm talking about what? I'm talking about take his hand and smack me right here. And it hurt. It didn't hurt to knock me out, but it sting. And I was like, Like, I couldn't believe it because my daddy had never put his hand on me. He never gave me a whooping. I ain't experienced none of that. My daddy'll jack me up so my mama can get me. He gonna hold her down so she can whoop when you do something. But I was a daddy's girl. I was like, what? Like, I couldn't believe it. He's like, because the training in session, training, I don't want to train. I never asked to train. Like, what's going on? He was like, what you gonna do? Somebody can, and he would get me every day, y'all. I come in the house, boom, and 2 hour fight back. And I ain't talking about hit me and just no, he would jump out of somewhere and hit and swing. And baby, to the point that I was ready, baby. I knew when I come in the house, he gonna jump from somewhere. And then I swing. Ah, he said, that's too wild. You left all that room out there. He be like, that's too wild. Bring it closer to you. Bring it closer to you. Swing. Pay attention where the heat coming from. Boy, that man had me right out. He'll swing. I'll duck. Swing. Duck. Come on. Put your arms up. What happened if you fall? Let me teach you how to get back up. Baby, he taught me how to get up off the floor. He taught me how to get off the floor. Baby, I know 4 ways to get off the floor. Okay? If somebody got you, man, I ain't gonna show you. I ain't gonna show you. I ain't gonna show you. I hope I don't never have. Hope I don't make world story, but just know. Leave me alone, okay? That's it. That's all, okay? Leave me alone, okay? And I'm gonna leave you alone, okay? But he would teach me different techniques. He would have me in the floor and had his hands up, and I would boom, we training, boom, boom. Okay, she said, what if she hit you from the side? Boom. How you block it? Boom. How you block? Boom, boom, boom. He was just teaching me different methods and stuff. Now, he would teach about the outside hand, do this hand, how you can hit somebody this way. Like, I'm thinking like, I don't think she trained like that. I don't think I need all this. Just, most girls I fight, so I seen they grab a hand and do like this. He said, I'm going to teach you better than that. He had me right. To the point that I had got to the point where if somebody sneak me, then I'm going to have to put these skills to test, okay? And I had got to that point that I really won't worry about it. I won't stressed out no more. My daddy had got me to the point where, I know every day he gonna sneak me. So if somebody sneak me, I knew how to act. And if they hit you like this, and he won't just sneaking me the same place. He was sneaking me all that. He'll get behind me, grab me from the back. How you get out there? We would train with my backpack on. How you get out that backpack? And I was like, like my dad was showing me how to do it. He like, no, but what if they grab you by the hand? I mean, all types of scenario. And baby, I was getting it, and he was showing me how to get out of back. Y'all, when I tell you, I was like, yeah. I wish they would. Now, I can't fight 30 girls, but baby, I could take back 2. I know I could take 2. He was like, okay, I'm going to put you in this example. So he had my sister standing one side. These are 4 people right here. So my sister, him, my mama. Now, what you going to do? He said, there's different ways you can get all of them, but you're going to have to run because you ain't going to be able to fight for them. He would just tell me, and then he always emphasized there's nothing wrong with running. If you cannot fight these girls, it's nothing wrong with running, but you give them hell for you leave, okay? So I was just pumped up, and so after a while, I just won't worry about the girls. I'm like, yeah, they did whatever. And then it got to the point where people coming up to me, whatever she said, I said. Because I done told y'all 1,000 times that I ain't said, because I done got aggravated now. Because I done played the little, it's me, shy girl, trying to look sad so y'all won't mess with me. And that mess don't work. Because people like to take advantage of the person that they feel like they can say anything to. But I had got to that point where the lioness that was inside of me was ready to roar. Because I'm like, girl, baby, this ain't that serious, baby. I said so much your eye because you hurt me. Okay, get over. And that's how I felt. But it was that serious because this was something that she was struggling with. This was her self-esteem issue, and I pointed it out. You know what I'm saying? It's just like somebody like, oh, you got the double chin. Like, I'm the type of person, you said something about me, like, a little fat, I'd be like, okay, just more to grab on. Like, it wouldn't bother me, but what if that was somebody's flaw? Like, they didn't want nobody to see you. Oh, God, baby, I don't care. Look at it, baby. This there, baby. You got to be confident, y'all. I am confident. I love everything about me. So, it ain't too much you can say about me that I'm going to just be like, oh, my God. Oh, she got a cricket eyelash. Oh, big deal. We'll get it right next time. Like, it ain't too much you can say about me, okay? That'll get me, let's fight now. Baby, please. That's what you think. When I look in my mirror, me and my cricket eyelash is fine, okay? Period. But back then, words meant everything. You know what I'm saying? Words just meant everything. Now I know that I got something to live for. It's time to walk away. But I was ready. My daddy had me pumped up. I was ready. Whatever, whoever, when they want to jump, let's get it, okay? And so it had got to the day where I was sitting in the cafeteria with my man, Julio, and my best friend, Maria, okay? And they called Maria to the office. And when they called her to the office, she came back and got her stuff. And she was like, best friend, my mama called me. I got a dinner appointment and whatever. Now, we always together. We never was apart. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this is the opportunity for them to really get me, because I used to have my man, my best friend, which was my best friend, Aaron, my man, Julio, and my friend, Maria, okay? And then some classes, not all classes, me and my sister, my little sister, with it. So I had a crew that hung with me, because ever since this stuff started happening, my sister wouldn't leave me alone. Even though a lot of people try to do that thing where we cool with you, but you don't like, we don't fuck with your sister like that. And how is it? Like, y'all are stupid. And sisters, if y'all out there and y'all doing that ain't cold. Like, you can't be friends with me and don't like my sister. I'm riding with my sister, okay? But my sister was friendly, okay? She was friendly. She didn't let you disrespect me, but she wanted to be normal. She wanted to have a friend. She liked her friend. This beef just came out of nowhere, okay? So she asked permission. Is it okay that I, be friends with her, baby? But if they're talking about me, have my back. And that's all I asked. And that's what she did. And so, like I said, she was popular. So a lot of people want to talk, but everybody try to do that. Like, we cool with you, but we don't like her. We sister, we blood. You think that if y'all got me down on the ground and y'all giving y'all best, she ain't finna help me? Girl, I would hope she would, because if she don't help me at home, she gonna need some help. That's how I feel. Anyway, so the day came, my best friend Maria, she got called, she got disappointed, she left. She gave me a hug, she kissed me, and she was like, if anybody mess with you, because she was stressed out by the situation, because everybody liked her too. She was popular too, because she was beautiful. She was a gorgeous girl. And nobody really had no beef with her, but they was like, we don't want to fight you, won't want to fight her. But this is the thing, why? Okay, why I ain't saying nothing about y'all for real? This is somebody, all of a sudden this girl come to school, now everybody hate me. Come on now. Come on, let's put two and two together. But I think people just like drama. So because everybody hates you, we just gonna hate you. Like, come on, somebody need to be a leader. But we didn't have too many leaders at my school, so everybody hated me. So cool, I'm the girl you hate. Touch me though. Because I guarantee you I'm gonna send about 4 of y'all home with knots. Now, I can't beat all of y'all, but 4 of y'all gonna wish y'all did not touch me, and whoever do me dirty, I'm coming back. As soon as my days is over from suspension, I'm coming back. And I ain't coming to learn. I'm gonna remember who gave me a black eye, not whatever the situation was, I'm gonna remember. And as soon as I clock back in, I'm gonna come, wait for that bell to ring, and I'm gonna go to your classroom and I'm gonna jump on the desk and pop. I had it all planned. I already know what I want her to do. Whoever put their hands on me, it was gonna be what it's gonna be. Because at the end of the day, I ain't had no issue with you. So why you in this? Like, why you in this? Is it just bored, something for you to do? Like, I don't have no beef with you. To this day, I don't have no beef with nobody. But I feel like people should have been more legal, but this is what everybody was doing, so that's what they were doing. Hate me. Okay, hate me. So either way, I told my mama one day, I'm fed up with it. You know what I'm saying? I told her, she said, do what you got to do. If you get in a fight, now I did, because I'm going to fast forward before my friend left. I did tell my mama what was going on, the threats and stuff. She was doing things like throwing people at me while I'm at the locker. She was taking people and throwing them into me, because I guess she hoped that I was going to turn around and fight. But I was like, okay. Because I know what you was trying to do. You were trying to fight. So eventually the principal took me to the office and she talked to me and my mother. And she let me know that this girl was on probation. And I'm like, so you got a baby and you on probation. Who did y'all let in our school? Like, who? Like, who is this girl? Like, I didn't know nobody that had committed a crime before. At this age, I didn't know criminals. So I was like, and then, what I'm saying? They told us, I was like, for what? And so, we did some digging and whatever, and, shoplifting and things. And, the young girls did that. And there was some other things too, but I don't know what was on her record. I would have to have her real name now to look that up. But I think, if I remember correctly, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I think it was shoplifting. But either way, she was in trouble. And she used to fight at her other school. And that's why she had to move to this one, because she was in fights. So, basically, with her being on probation, one of her things is if she fought, she would get locked up. So in order for her to be able to fight, she had to get somebody. I had to fight her. she had to be able to defend herself, but she couldn't start the fight. And if it was initiated, to her probation officer that she started the fight, she would be locked up. And so I'm thinking, like, you going around telling all these people all this stuff about me, but did you tell these people you're on probation? And why you on probation? See, I was learning stuff about her that I didn't even ask to know. Okay. But anyway, so basically the principal telling my mama and us that, you know what I'm saying? Cause it was me, my father, my mother, like, if I defend myself, I won't get in no trouble. Okay. Basically, if I defend myself, I ain't gonna get no trouble. I ain't gonna miss a day out of school. Okay. Cause that was my mama's concern. We're telling you this stuff going on. What y'all gonna do about the situation? This girl came. Now I said, she done been in my house. We you know what I'm saying? We done fed her. We done took her to church. I don't see what the issue is. And like my mama wanted us to have like a convention. Like she basically want us to all come in the room, her parents and her and me. And she wanted us to squash it out. But me being me and a teenager thinking that I know best, and teenagers, you need to listen to your parents because sometimes they know what they're talking about. I'm just like, no, I don't want to do that, mama. Because you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that because it's going to look like like a little baby. I ran to my mom. But that's what I needed to do. We needed to get in a room and hash this stuff out because it was just getting too crazy. It was just getting too crazy. You know what I'm saying? You taking people, I'm talking big people, and just throwing them into me. And I got to eat that because I already know what this is. I know now you can't fight me. So you're just doing whatever you got to do. And y'all, it was hard. Oh my God. It's so hard to walk away when you know all it takes is one. All it takes is one. That's all, one. But the fear of it all is that I'm going to do this and then all these people going to jump in it. Because you done told all these people these lies and they're believing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the fear. Because just one, oh baby, no, we ain't scared of you. Baby, we ain't. We see you just mouth because if you really like that, you'd gonna get me full probation. Baby, you thinking? Let's go ahead and get me. I'm nobody if you thinking. But you cared because you knew that you would get taken away from your baby. So therefore you had something to care about. And so that's what they said they was going to use, that, to let her know, like, she can't. And they did. They called her in there. I went on back to class and they called her in there or whatever. She looked me up and down, looked at her up and down, and they told her. And I know they told her because when she came back, when somebody crying, you could tell they were crying. And they basically let her know that if she do anything else to me, put somebody in. I told her everything. Put somebody in there, basically everything that was going on. People not letting me see gossiping and all that stuff. If they witnesses or somebody else said it, come forward and stuff like that, she gonna get expelled. And that was part of her probation too. Is she can't get expelled from no other school, okay? So she gonna go to jail for that too. So you ain't in school, you gonna be in jail. So what you want to do? So, oh well. So either way, I didn't want that for her because she was an all right person, but you could tell she had a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? She was a cool person. I liked her. I never had no real issue. I just didn't like that she's talking about a lot of people. And I also didn't like that you lying, telling people this. And she wasn't just dogging people. She was just telling me all people business. And I want their friends, so why you telling me? Okay? So I guess when you friendly with somebody, you go talking. And sometimes I guess when you don't got nothing to talk, you talking about, girl, I heard. Like, I knew some of these people for years. I was kind of hay and bound, but I learned things about them I never knew. And then you fact check, she done told some real business. Okay, so I was just like, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? For me, the quiet one with the bull, it was just a lot for me to take in. But she was my friend, so I was trying to sip her as she was. But I should have corrected her. Like, can we not talk about people? Let's talk about something else. That's what I should have did. But when you're young, you don't know how to do that. Okay? Now, if you get the... everything out your mouth is about somebody else, baby. I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna talk to you a little later. I got something to do. I forgot. I'm finna leave because I don't get no joy or pleasure about tearing people down. Because I'm the type that's gonna get on your nerves, but like, well, did you go to her and ask her about that, or did you ever try to hash it out? I'm gonna try to make you work it out with whoever you got that beef with. Okay, either way. So after all that happened, she got the warning that she can't. A lot of stuff stopped. And people were just kind of getting tired of, I guess, the whole situation. So they was like, she did all this talking. You talking. Basically, people were telling me, oh, she said she going to do this, that, X, Y, and Z to me. She going to do this, that. And they were telling me all types of stuff. And I'm like, okay. Every time somebody come to me, okay. I had the blankets. Okay. Now, the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, my God. You know, I was scared, but after this done went on months and months and months, she did okay. Like, I get it. She gonna do whatever, do it worse. Like, I don't care. Like, I was getting mad at people now, cause I'm like, okay, y'all just keep coming back to me, okay. And so one day I got real mad, and somebody was like, well, she said that she want to fight you today, okay, cause she been doing this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But I guess like I said, when I was around her, you know what I'm saying, she talked about people, so I guess that's what she was doing. When she was around other people, all she was probably talking about me and other things, and what I was saying, and new things I was saying, and how you know she's saying all this new stuff and you don't hang with her no more? Where you get this information? Because when they fact checked, and then they started fact checking with my friend, okay? With Maria, they started fact checking. When she with you, does she be talking about people? No. We be talking boys, boyfriends, shopping. We be talking about stuff like that. Hair, nails, clothes, outfits. We don't be talking about people. We don't be sitting there talking about them. That stuff y'all do. And then my friend had my back. She was like, that stuff y'all do. We don't do that over here. And stuff like that. And that was like, well, daggone. You know what I'm saying? That got to let her, because like I said, she was a pretty girl. But at the same time, she was real. She was like, that's stuff that y'all do. Anytime I hang around, that's what y'all be doing. That's why we are best friends, because she don't be doing all that, okay? She's really cooling down to earth, and they really need to squash their beef, because this is going on too long. So that's what it was. So they ran back with that information, told her like, I ain't sort of base. I ain't believing what you saying. So now it's a choice where you lose your face with all these girls. You done said I said all this stuff, or now you got to fight to save your face. So she picked fight. So I'm in the diner. I said down hall. I'm in the cafeteria, okay, with my man. My best friend just got a call that she got to go. She came, got her stuff, gave me a hug, say, anybody mess with you, we gonna get them when you come back, type stuff. And I was so scared for her to go, because I knew she was gonna help me, because I done seen her fall. She'll fight quick, okay? And she will fight boys. Somebody touch her butt, she'll give you a run for her money. She did not play that. She didn't play by her respect. You ain't gonna disrespect her doing none of that. I done seen a 3-piece a boy. So I already know she could take about 4 of y'all. So she was like, I just get them. She was like, remember what I told you? And she had gave me some advice too. Somebody grab my hair, somebody do this, what you do and stuff. Cause she done been in a whole bunch of fights. You know what I'm saying? I want one of the ones that did no fight. I didn't have to. I was a princess. We didn't. In the Queen's Palace, we didn't have to fight over here, okay? That was for pageant things to do. We ain't do all that fighting, okay? We weren't angry about nothing. We had everything. Anyway, so she gave me her little advice. She went on by her day. And so a girl come up to the table, and we gonna call her Brianna. Brianna came up to the table and was like, look, Shako said meet her in the bathroom now. She wanna fight. I said, okay. And I don't know what the thought was. She was like, okay. I said, yeah, okay. Tell her I'll be in there. Because I had got to the point where, baby, there was no avoiding it. Now, note this. I'm going to paint the picture of the cafeteria. The cafeteria, there was a stage in the cafeteria. All the teachers sat on that stage, okay? And then at the bottom of this stage, there was a whole bunch of tables, or hint the cafeteria, where all the students there. So on this stage, you could see everything. You could see what every student is doing from this stage. The stage was close enough to us. It wasn't like a far off stage. It was close enough. It set with like, if we all out here, that the stage is right here. So at this angle, you could see everything. And then you had the officer. There was a woman, a female officer. She used to walk around, okay? Keep her eye on everything. So she walking around or whatever. And then there was few people. There was no more seats at the teachers' tables. They'll be on the walls just standing, okay? So I'm just painting this. So let's say in this cafeteria, it's probably a good 250 students all in this cafeteria at once, okay? There's chattering going on. People talking, girl, what you see? Did you see that game last night? You gonna go to the game tonight? You know they pay the Rams. Talking about basketball games, football games, different stuff. A lot of chatter going on. Everybody just, it's loud in the cafeteria. Everything come up. She come up to me and say this, and everybody get quiet. Then they go back to chattering and stuff, because the teachers start looking, okay? Everybody chatting, yeah, oh my God. Because everybody that's seen these girls. So one by one, because the teachers watch, one by one, I'm seeing different ones go to the bathroom. One by one. So one girl go, 2 girls go, 10 girls in the bathroom now. So the teachers don't see that. So my boyfriend is getting mad, because he was like, you can't fight no 10 girls. Now you might could do about 3, but you can't fight. I was like, babe, you believe in me? 3, I can do about 3. He said I can do about 3. He's like, yes. Because he had been giving me pointers too. This what you need. But see, my boyfriend was a gangster. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you straight up. He was a gangster. He had a blade. He was like, take this. I was like, nah, I ain't finna do that, because what if I use it? Then I'm a criminal now. So I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna take that, because he had a blade. He had a switch blade. He was like, take this. All you gotta do is swing it, and they ain't gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? What they gonna do? They not gonna fight you with no knife in their hand. They not like that for real. They not like that. That's a lot of that. They ain't finna do nothing for it. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna take that. Like, he's like, it's just gonna be you. So my sister was at the table too, and she was like, I'll go to the bathroom with you, right? She was like, I'll go to the bathroom with you. Okay. Now my sister's gonna make y'all mad. I'm just gonna tell you right now, off the gate, she gonna make y'all mad. But she was like, I'll come with y'all. And so this is my little sister. We come with her. Now, when I say little sisters, we're 1 year apart. Okay. So my mama had doorsteps. Okay. So if I'm 6 right now, my little sister's 35. Okay. I just want to give y'all, you're right there. Felicia was, no, back now. I was gonna say Papa that. Not my mama. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not too much. Not too much. Okay. She was one man. Okay. One man. But anyway. So either way, she had doorsteps. Okay. That's when you had your kids back to back. But we were in the same grade. Okay. And so if I was 13, she was 12. Okay. Just trying to put that out there, okay? Like I said, we lived in the Queen's Palace, and I say we lived in the Queen's Palace, and that won't literally, because somebody be like, ooh, Barbie lived in the Queen's Palace. I'm just saying we lived in a peaceful atmosphere, that people didn't act like peasants or people with untamed home training, okay? We lived in a nice environment, where there was love and people communicate when there was issues instead of putting pause to next. Now, we had some fights in the house between 3 girls. Yeah, we had some fights. Some mama knew about, some she did, but it was never like a always thing. It was just, every now and then, it get hot, a little hot outside, and then we going at each other's neck about little stupid stuff. But, we go to the bathroom. We on our way to the bathroom. Y'all, I am swilling bullies. I might look brave, but I'm walking slow. So my boyfriend kissed me like I'm finna die, y'all. My boyfriend walked to the bathroom with me too. He's standing out the door. He was like, if I hear things I don't like, I'm coming in. And I don't want him to come in because he got the... And I know he ain't supposed to have it, but he got the... And I already know how he give it up. Because if y'all watch the other story, I told you I did a story time called I Got Chased by a Gang. My baby gang, okay? He in a real gang. While we out here playing to be hard, he was in a gang for real. This is his life, okay? So he was outside with that switch. So I was like, I didn't want him to come in that bathroom because I don't know what he gonna do. I ain't seen that side. He loved on me. So I ain't never seen that side. So he was like, one thing about it, I'll stomp a hoe. I said, what? Julio gonna ride for me like that? You gonna ride for me like that? Okay? But he wasn't playing it because he was like, it's too many girls. So again, while I'm walking, y'all, now we counting. People just talk, and they were doing one by one. When one go in the bathroom, another pop up. Another. I done counted 30 girls, and I'm like, yep, they're gonna jump me. Okay, it's over, and I heard about people getting jumped. Where I was from, people didn't get jumped. They want no jumping going on where I was from. You know what I'm saying? That's the new age stuff where everybody get mad and why it take 10 females to get one job done? It get you scary, and you scared that one female gonna give you that work. So you had to bring, hey y'all, she talking about you. She was talking about you the other day. It gave that you needed this crew so you can secure your win, okay? But I had heard about people getting jumped, okay? But I had never seen it, and I never wanted to be experiencing, you know what I'm saying? So, I prepared my mind that they had to jump me to get me, you know what I'm saying? And I really, y'all, if this went on months and months, I really just want to get this over with. Let's just go ahead and get this over with, because I'm tired now. I'm tired. It's just going on. All this stuff keep happening. Baby, I'm tired. This happened months ago. You still mad about that? Like, come on. So, I walk slow to the bathroom. My boyfriend walked, and he stands outside the bathroom. Now, if the teachers is watching like they supposed to, why are y'all not noticing a boy standing outside a girl's bathroom? My boyfriend was about, at the time, very much single. Now, it's just in case my husband is watching, whoever my future man is, very much single, waiting for you, okay? Anyway, getting back to it. So, y'all noticed this behavior. So he was like, he gonna use the bathroom, and then he was gonna stand out, and he won't moving. He ain't gonna move. He don't care if the teachers come, he ain't moving. If you need help, he coming. So I loved him for that, okay? Now, my other best friend, okay, I told y'all home with a white boy that would act like a black boy. Okay, Aaron came too. He said, we got you. He was like, all you got to do is scream help, or all you got to scream squad. And we coming in there. He was squad. I was like, I'm going to remember when I'm getting my tail, but squad, like, to come in. He said, just scream. We coming in there. I like, y'all know. What if y'all know my scream? Like, if somebody scream, we just going to come in there. Okay, all right, let's just get that together before we go. So we walked and they go to the bathroom. The thing was, they were going to go to the bathroom. Because the bathroom was side by side, but it was a man. You go in a man, well, the boys go and the women's go like this. So they were kind of side by side, but they won't, in the same, it was divided, by cement, but they go in this and we go in there. Okay. So I go in there, y'all, and it's 30 girls there, and there's 2 sinks and there's 4 stalls. Okay. There's nobody in the stalls. Everybody in there like this. I'm talking about, I instantly want to run. Cause I'm like, yes, today, Father, I was just sitting here thinking like, I wanted to be a mother. I wanted to change the world. I wanted to do all these things. But I'm going to die in this bathroom. There is no way I'm making it out, baby. It's over. Death is mine. It's like, I can't get out of here. 30 girls, everybody mad. Like, this was a different type of man. That girl, she said it. No, they had murder on their face. They had murder on their mind. And it was over. That. Everybody. I was terrified. I was like, yeah, I can't fight that many girls. So I go in the stall. Cause when I went in there, I just felt like as soon as I come in there, y'all saw with me. Why don't you go and jump on me? They didn't. So I went in the bathroom and I locked the door. Me and my sister instantly do the same thing like double knee twins. We looked around, everybody looked bad. We went to the bathroom. I peed, my sister peed, I wiped. I'm assuming my sister wiped. And then I'm just sitting there, we were in there forever. They gonna have to come get me. I was sitting on top of the stall like this, nigga. Bye. Y'all bye. But I ain't saying that. I was just in there. I was scared. Like, who finna come out? I figured the teacher gonna come in and get me. Them teachers never came. What was y'all doing? What was y'all doing? I was about to sit on there and say, squad, cause what? 30 of them things, baby. I ain't finna take 30 of them things, baby. I ain't got it in me for real. So what? So I'm like, I was playing out all these scenarios. Maybe I should just come and swing the door open and say, what's up? And I should just go. You know how scary girls fight with their eyes closed. Maybe I could hit everybody. Maybe I could do a slap across everybody's face at once. And I said, yeah, that ain't gonna work. So, I was playing out all these scenarios. And then I hear something that was the ultimate betrayal. I hear my sister come click the door. She opened the door, open it, go wash her hands. And no, she didn't wash her hands, y'all. I washed my hands. Go wash her hands. Now I'm still in the stall now. Deal. Don't wash your hands. Nothing. She get out. I hear her on the outside of the bathroom. Whoo. And my boyfriend and my best friend in here like, where she at? You left her in there? You left her in there? Hold on, I got. Anyway, let's get back into it, y'all. Baby, they keep calling. That was the doctor's office. They were saying that they got some new cream they want me to try for my face. I recently went to a dermatologist and they getting their skin together. Y'all see that glow? Oh yeah, they get together. Yeah, some of the foundation, but baby, yeah, she's glowing like she needs to glow. Okay. Anyway, but they asked me that I want to try some more cream. Yes, baby, bring it all. I like the self-care. Let's get into it. Anyway, I'm in this bathroom, y'all. I'm still in the stall. I am terrified. Like, what is going on here? Like, for real, she really left me. And I'm sitting here thinking like, yeah, I'm fucked. Like, there's nothing I can do to get out of here. Why is the teachers not running in this bathroom? Maybe she went to go get help. So I literally, y'all, probably stayed in that bathroom like 2 more minutes. Then I said, you know what? There's no help coming. I'm listening to not my teachers. I'm listening to my sister say, y'all, I was so scared. I'm sorry. If she starts screaming, I'll go back in there. If she starts screaming, like, why everybody think I'm gonna just be in here hollering? So forget it. It is what it is. So I opened up the bathroom. Again, y'all, I instantly thought everybody was just gonna jump on me. Cause I guess that was the plan before they went in there. I guess that was what was the lesson plan. Cause everybody looked at her. Cause she's in the middle of this. So let's say it's two sinks, right? Okay, there's 2 sinks. She's on this sink, so I don't go to that sink. So I go to this sink and I wash my hands. Cause I figured that if I'm gonna make the whole fight, Let's make them fight. Okay, so I'm washing my hand. I'm talking about getting it good. I'm talking about, I'm talking about washing it good, washing it better than I ever washed before. I'm washing my hand. And I'm looking around, and I slowly start seeing people just, and they looking at her like they confused. You said when I guess the lesson plan, when she coming here, you gonna tear me up. Ain't nobody here. And everybody, I guess they just was like, this girl don't want to fight for real. So I'm starting to see arms coming down, and everybody don't look real mad in the face. So I'm still washing my hand, and I'm lathering right now. The water ain't touched it yet. Then I go in. I figure, okay, let me keep my eyes on. My eyes is on her now. She beside me. And I'm washing my hands good. Shh, got my hand. I figure if I fling the water and hit everybody in the lip with the water, they about just go ahead and do what they gonna do. So like a gangster I did that, and I said, fling like that. That water hit everybody now. They were like, I looked around, nobody touched me. You should have whooped my ass, okay? You should have whooped my ass. I gave you permission. You should have whooped my ass when I did that. And so the water would have fling and hit you. Come on now. That's like me spitting on you. Baby, I found out that day that girl, these high school girls, look, these girls don't want to fight for real. They want to fuss. You want to argue. You don't want to fight. You want to fuss because when somebody ready to do something, you don't want to. I said, oh, well, I guess nobody wants to fight then. Okay, good day. I said, good day. And I walked out, but I was walking because I was preparing for me to get snatched back. Okay, I was preparing. I was walking. I look back. I look back. And I did just like that, and I walked out. Y'all, when I got to that door, when I got to the light of that door, I was like, yes, I'm free, because I'm running now. I'm in running distance now. So if anything happened, and I said, them bitches don't want to fucking fight. Never cussed in my life before, y'all, at this time, okay? I said, them bitches don't want to fucking fight. None of them want to fight. I was in there, swung one on them. They don't want to fight. And y'all, after that day, the beef was squashed because nobody took her serious as far as her saying, she talking about you had your opportunity to shine. And so then once they saw all them start coming out, now the teachers coming off the stage. But really, to be honest, I think the teachers wanted us to fight so it could all be over. I just think they wanted it to be over with, okay? Because I found out my friend told the principal before she left, please have them to keep an eye on my friend because somebody came up to our table and they want to fight. You know what I'm saying? They told her to meet her in the bathroom. Now, I don't think she'll go in the bathroom because I love my friend, but I know my friend. I don't think she'll go in the bathroom for real because she's not a fight. She don't want to fight, okay? But if she goes in the bathroom, like, you need to send teachers in there so they won't kill her. You know what I'm saying? My friend was scared for me, okay? She even called back and said, is my friend okay? Like, she called the school back, y'all. And so, because after this event, once they seen us coming out the bathroom and stuff like that, they automatically came and got me and said, go to the office. Go to the office? I ain't even did nothing. Literally, I ain't did nothing but wash my hand. So I go to the office and she was like, what happened? I was like, well, based on telling principal, she told me to come to the bathroom. She said she want to fight. I'm sick of this. I'm ready to do whatever she want to do. I wash my hand. I fling water. Nobody want to fight. And she was like, this should be the end of it. So they brought her to the office, talked to her. I went back. They never put us together. Went back. After that, things went back to normal. People started talking to me again. Then they switched up and started talking about her. Like, man, I'm sorry, man. We were not talking to you. This, that, and third, man. She was so fake. She did that. And see me, I already knew what this was. I felt like it was a test. Look, sweetheart. When people come to me, I don't want to talk about her. That was my friend. After this happened, I was sorry. I was telling people I was sorry. I ain't talking about her. If you got some beef with her, you just got some beef with her. Because I was cocking in. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I can't be touched. Because clearly I couldn't be touched. But my attitude was like, anytime somebody came up to me, I ain't talking about her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no issue with her. And I would say it over and over again because I would say it loud enough so won't nobody go and say I was talking about her, because I didn't want to give her more fuel to her fire, because I literally didn't have no issue with you till you hit me in the head with a basketball, okay? So you put me through all this stuff, telling all these people these lies and all this stuff. They went with it. You tried to fight me, didn't fight me, and you just decided you didn't want to fight me. So one day, we had like 4 days left before the end of the school year. She walked up to me in the cafeteria, okay? In the same cafeteria. Now, the teachers, they all on high alert because they know we got beef, but we ain't been getting into it lately. Everybody been going back to normal. This beef is over. This new scandal's going on now with other people that actually fought. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how school is. They get stuck on one thing, and then after a while, it go on over. Everybody don't care about it no more. So it still was a big thing. We weren't friends. We weren't talking really. But for her to come up and talk to me was a big thing because we supposedly didn't like each other. So everybody like, girl, you see that? Girl, you see that? Everybody looking. Because she walked at me while I'm sitting down and I'm eating my lunch. And I got an attitude because of the simple fact, like, ma'am, you had your time to shine, and I don't want to fight. Like, I never wanted to fight because it won't fight a Tory. It was not worth getting nails broke, and I was getting my nails done back then. It won't worth getting ugly for. You know, that was I'm sorry, friend, we shouldn't did that. Let's hug it out. That was what that was. He ain't still my man, ain't still yours. When that's fightatory. Back then that was fightatory. Now you can have him, baby. I get enough because you could take him. He was yours anyway. So he never will mind if you could take him. So that's my slogan to the day. If I got somebody and you can take him, that's your man, baby. But remember, however you got him is how you gonna lose him, okay? So have fun, because your time is coming. And that's how I look at things now. But back then, you know, when you young like this, get your man, you got to do what you got to do. But either way, she came up to me, and I'm eating my fries. I remember eating fries and pizza and just eating my fries, and she came up to me, and she was like, look, I want to talk to you. I'm like, look, I ain't said nothing about you. You know what I'm saying? Off her. You know what I'm saying? We're off her. We getting ready because we getting really, my mind's ready for the summertime. Ain't nobody said nothing about you because I'm over it. Like, bruh, I ain't say nothing about you. Now, what do you want? Like, because I'm talking loud enough for these teachers to come do their job. Because, baby, I don't want to fight you because this is stupid. It done got stupid now. Even for a child. This one got stupid. This one went way out of control. What? Is basically what she got. And she was like, look, I don't want to beef with you no more. I feel like we both did wrong. And I feel like you were just a cool girl. We were friends before all this. And I just don't want to beef with you no more. She was like, can we get a hug? I automatically thought she was going to, because my boyfriend had that switch. You know, I automatically like, maybe she going to kill me when she hug me. I automatically she going to hit me in my side. Like, you know, I automatically, my boyfriend at the table like, but I said, you know what? If it was my time to go, it was my time to go. So I gave her a hug because I didn't have no issues with the girl. I didn't like that she created this storm for me, but I didn't have no issues to this girl. So we gave each other a hug. Everybody started clapping like the president came on the stage. Like, as soon as we gave her a hug, so we hugged it out. So we hugged each other, everybody, and she gave me the biggest hug. Y'all, she picked me up off my feet and swung me around. And that was something that we always did. Like, every time she used to hug me, she used to pick me up and swing me around. And she's like, are we best friends now? And I'm thinking like, oh, I would never talk to you again. Like, girl, I did all that mess you created, baby. I can't be your friend, baby. Your friendship take you through too much, baby. You took me through hell, baby. No. I said, we can talk from time to time, but I don't know if I want to be your friend because I just don't want us to beef like we did. And I'll talk to you. I'll be friendly with you, but she wanted to go back to, I'm coming to her house. She come to my house. Oh, my mama said you can't come in her house no more. Okay. And I can't come to yours. So I guess we'll meet somewhere in the middle. And we would do that from time to time. And like I said, I didn't have no issues with her. Okay. I think it was just, I picked with something that she was struggling with, and everybody laughed, and that was in her head. And now, because I put her through that psychological thing, and I'm talking from psych because that's my major, y'all. I put her through that where everybody, and all she remembers is they were cackling. And you know what I'm saying? She wanted me to feel that, and I did 10 times over. So If you're looking at this now, girl, I ain't got no beef with you. Everybody that was involved in this, I ain't got no beef with you, baby. If I see you on the street, what's up, okay? If you still got issues from high school, baby, I'm gonna pray for you, okay? Because I ain't got no issue with nobody. I think there's one girl that don't like me to this day. And if she don't like me, God bless, okay? And it was over some man, okay? And that's why the girls don't like me, baby, because a man grinned at me, not a man. But it was over a man that was my best friend. And you know what I'm saying? And it was a little late on, but he was a hoe. And everybody knew. And then, you know what I'm saying, some other things happened. And she probably right now to this day mad about that situation. But baby, I ain't got no issue with you. I ain't got no issue. You and everybody else that had an issue with me back then, y'all cannot like me to this day. I am healed. I am delivered. I am set free. The Lord has changed me. But my pause you will see if you ever try me. Okay? Everybody got it. Now the class is all together, okay? Because, baby, I am not that little high schooler girl no more. They don't say nothing. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to just read my book and maybe they'll go away, baby. If you got a time, I got a time, okay? That's all I can say. I am not her baby, okay? Don't ever try it. I won't try you, okay? Try Jesus, because that's what you got to do, okay? Amen. Hallelujah. Somebody felt that. Shout 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Leave me alone, okay? That's why I tell everybody. Leave me alone. I'm going to leave you alone. I'm too busy raising my kids, making my bread, and just trying to get to heaven. That's it. That's all I'm doing, okay? And I'm on YouTube, and I'm saying the hi. Go and hit subscribe. Go and hit subscribe. Like, comment, share, all them things. That's all I'm doing, okay? It's love over here. It's love over here. It's love over here. I don't hate nobody, but some people, it's real strange. Some people still be mad about something that happened in high school. And I'm thinking like, girl, you how old? We were 13, 12, 14, 15, and you still hold on to the hate of that? Baby, you got some issues. And you gonna die early. Your skin bad, ain't it? Baby, you got a lot of health issues. You got high blood pressure. I got a little bit of that. But you got high blood pressure. I got high blood. You got high blood pressure. You got a lot of issues because harboring and hating something in your heart, baby, you have a lot of health issues. Because that stuff, it builds up in you. No, I don't hate. I don't dislike nobody. I don't hate nobody. I'm talking about nobody, y'all. Because you know y'all can go to hell for that. I just learned it. So I said, Lord, please help me forgive these. Help, Lord. Anyway, that is the end of the story of how I almost, and I said almost, got jumped by 30 girls. Now, luckily, most of them girls that was in there, they were nice girls. They was just going with the wave of things. They were real nice girls. To this day, they have grown up to be. Some of them been teachers. Some of them been lawyers. It's a few doctors. It's a lot of teachers that came from my class. Believe it or not, in the bathroom, ready to jump on me. But they in there now they teaching y'all students. Think about it. Like it. Anyway, I'm just saying, a lot of teachers came from our group of girls. That's all I'm saying. But it's a lot of social workers that came from there. And, you know, we became what we became. Anyway, I'm a social worker. Anyway, so I'm working towards, okay, I got one more I got to get. And then, you know, I can, you know, do my thing. But right now, I'm a case manager. But same thing. We do the same thing. They just got a little bit more clearance than us. We ain't talking about me. We talking about y'all. Anyway, I love y'all for clicking play. Yet again, this was a story time. Okay. I realized the other story time was a little mess. I was kind of all over the place. So I was trying to give y'all a little longer story time this time. But anyway, I love y'all. I will see y'all on the next story time. I will see y'all on the next video. I don't know if it's going to be a story time, but maybe I'll sneak you one in there. Anyway, don't forget to do all the things. And also check out my description. Shop with your girl. Buy that new book so y'all can be on y'all queen status just like me. Put your crowns on. Anyway, if you order the book off my website, I'll throw in treats, okay? I'll give you the journal, little pen, little something, okay? I'm still working on, I think I want to get y'all like some kind of bookmark. I'm looking for some crown accessories. Haven't found any looks for that yet. But I'm going to throw y'all something in there because with the books that has like assignments to do, okay? So this is not just a book, it's a journey, okay? And it's going to help you develop over time, okay? So baby, yes, the book is not a long read, but it's very informative. And by the time you finish, if you do every assignment, I'm telling you, you're going to be that queen. You're already a queen, babe. you already cream. But if the crown has been tilted just a little bit, baby, it's gonna be on by the time you finish with that book, okay? Anyway, I love you so much for clicking play. I will see y'all guys on the next video. Bye, Bessie.